In June 2023, I had a day that would change the trajectory of my life forever. I was going to a concert in Belfast, Ben Niggy to be exact. Now, this wasn't the first time I'd went to a concert, but it was the first time I was going to go to a concert wiped out. Basically, the first time I was going to go to a concert taking MDMA. Now, I had taken MDMA loads before, but never a concert. So I thought this was going to be one of the best nights out ever. Everyone assumes, people at festival, concerts, they're going to get wiped out, they're going to take all these drugs. I'd only been to one before and I was only drunk, a little bit drunk, not even drunk, just tipsy. So I was so excited, man. I was thinking it's going to be one of the craziest nights ever. Everything's going to be insane. I'm just going to get all these mad feelings. But I was mistaken. See, this was a night to remember, but not in the way I thought. I'd just come back from a holiday. It'd been a while since I was going out and partying with my friends. But this time it was so different. See, that night, it was actually kind of shit. It was actually kind of boring. The drug, the high, it didn't really hit. My friends actually had similar experiences. We all said sort of the same thing. Yeah, we felt a little bit fucked up. From the outside, we looked fucked up, but on the inside, not so much. See, I was almost conscious, almost aware. Usually when I was high, when I was wiped out, when I was drunk, I'd feel so fucked up. I wasn't really aware of myself, but this time I was ultra aware. I was so conscious of what was going on outside and inside of me. And that is when I started to wake up. See, back then I was a drug addict. I was doing drugs almost every single day, whether it be weed, MDMA, drinks, some tablets, butane. But this night it changed me because I started to see what I was doing. And before Christmas that year, I was completely sober. If you're in a similar situation, if you're done living that lifestyle, check out the link in the description. So throughout that time, slowly but surely, I was picking up some good habits. I'd been at the gym for years since I was 15, but I started to discover meditation, reading, and waking up early. Slowly but surely, I was changing my life. And I think doing these habits, it started to wake me up. It started to help me see the light. So when I was high, when I was fucked up, it wasn't hitting the same. And slowly but surely, I started to wake up. I didn't get completely sober that day. I remember that calm down, that feeling afterward, just thinking to myself, something needs to change. I don't think I can do this anymore. And I think that actually was the last time I ever done MD. It wasn't the last time I got high. I fought it. I fought it for a while, but slowly and surely, I kept getting more conscious. The drugs, the alcohol started doing less and less. And at that point, I had to give up. It was doing nothing for me. I was horribly depressed at this time. And it just got to the point where even when I was high, I felt depressed. So I knew the way forward. I needed to get sober. And this is when I started logging in. I started seeing the mistakes I was making again and again. I started realizing the reasons why I kept running to drugs, to alcohol. So I had to create a routine for myself, a routine that would set me up and start helping me change my life. And that routine was those three habits that I talked about: exercise, meditation, and reading. Every fucking morning. Now, I was unemployed at this time, but I still do this to this day, and I'm working a job. Anyone can do this. Sure, you might need to get up early, but these three habits will change the trajectory of your life. I don't care if maybe you're just drinking on the weekend because your life sucks a bit, or if you just hate yourself, you hate your life, and like me, you're doing stuff every day or almost every day. So exercise is the most important. Without exercise, we can't live a good life. We're supposed to exercise. I especially recommend bodybuilding. It feels so good to create a nice body, but any sport, any exercise, running, fucking anything will do. You just need to wake up and work out. Well, actually, I recommend maybe doing meditation first. This is what I do. I wake up and then immediately after I have some water and stuff, I meditate. I meditate for 20 minutes. Back then it was 10. See, meditation is so important because people, they live this life that is so disconnected from how we're truly supposed to live. I lived it too. This constant chatter in our head, this constant da 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 da, and we think it's normal. It's not. We're not that voice in our head. It's just fucking noise. It's just internal noise. I remember the first time in this exact room that I meditated. Now my head was so fucked up from all the drugs I was doing. I was even doing butane at this time, lighter gas. I was inhaling that to get high. I remember my head just feels so fucked. I felt so lost. And then I seen the ad for Headspace, a meditation app. And I sat down for 10 minutes, just 10 minutes. When I opened my eyes, boom. I felt so free, so spacious. It's just hard to describe. You have to experience it from yourself for yourself. Now you might not get that insane experience I had at the start, because your head might not be as fucked as mine was. But just like going to the gym, you can't expect to put on 20 pounds from fucking one day. No, you need to stick at it. It's same with the gym. You need to slowly but surely, progressively overload. Slowly but surely, just stay consistent. Now, the thing is, with the gym, I wouldn't recommend going every day if you're trying to build muscle. Maybe at the start, if you're really fucking addicted, it's probably best to actually exercise every single day, because this will set you up right. Or you could do on your rest days like I do. You could do some yoga, which is still exercise. It's just a bit more gentle. But meditation needs to be done every single day. I've seen too many people start it and only really do it when they feel like it, and they will quit. They will quit. You need to create a routine. I recommend every single morning and night. You can do either or. You can do it at night. You can do it in the morning. Night's good because it helps you fall asleep quicker. You don't have all those racing thoughts, but morning's good. It just sets you up your whole fucking day. Most people wake up and they scroll. They wake up and they scroll. They just get these hits of dopamine. Maybe they're smoking toking a vape, smoking a cigarette, or a joint, or fucking MDMA, anything like that. And you're doing that, you already know where the fuck your day's going. You can't do these horrible acts, especially not in the morning, and think you're going to have a fucking good day. You're just going to be down in the dumps. Your dopamine's going to be fucked up all day. You need to set yourself up right. So once you've meditated, once you've worked out, what you need to do is read. It doesn't matter what kind of book you're reading. Could be non-fiction, could be fiction. We're not reading here to learn. Yeah, if you want to learn, great. Read some non-fiction. But we're actually reading here for enjoyment. Because your life is just fucking full of void and dullness and no excitement. That's why you're scrolling. That's why you're doing these drugs. That's why you're going out. You need a healthy form of escapism, which is reading. There's no come down. There's no fucking regret. Yes, it's difficult. Yes, it takes time. But through time, you will develop and you'll be able to read. It's a skill like any other. And before you fucking say, I'm not a reader, I don't like to read. I used to say that too. I said that my fucking self. I said I didn't like to read. But then I found the right book. I found Robert Greene's books and I was hooked instantly. See, you just need to find the right kind of books. So just go out there, discover, read a little bit of this book. If you don't like it, move on to the next. Don't force it. If your book doesn't feel right, if there's so much resistance, don't force it. Now, it's still going to be difficult to read. I don't mean that. But if you're feeling like it's an absolute chore to read, move on to the next book. I'm telling you, you just haven't found the right book. Now, another great habit that will really fucking help, that isn't really part of the morning routine, is socializing. And I mean healthy socializing. I don't mean going out and fucking getting wasted together. See, we're social animals at the end of the day. I don't care if you think you're an introvert. We all need to go out and socialize. Even if it is just for coffee. But the best thing is to do some fucking exercise with these people. Go out and work out with your friends. Say fuck that to going out and party, and say, nah mate, let's go to the gym, let's go hike. Do something that's productive. You don't need to get fucking wasted. You don't need to go out and do fucking coke to make them your friend. If all you do together is bad fucking habits, you are not friends. You're not friends with this guy or girl, whatever. You are just fucking broken souls being broken together, doing broken fucking habits. That's it. Of course, this routine has so many fucking benefits. You'll get jacked. You'll start to look good. You'll become healthier, not only physically but mentally. You'll learn stuff if you're reading. You'll even become more empathetic. You'll be able to relate to people more, which will lessen your suffering. This is why I started all this, to lessen my suffering now. morning, it won't make you automatically happy and you'll love your life. If it was that simple, everyone would be doing it. It takes time. You need to be consistent at the thing. This is more like your foundation. This is not the end all and be all to having your dream life. It won't magically make your dream life appear out of nowhere, but if you don't have it, you will never get what you want. You will never succeed. You need to be a fucking strong man first and foremost to get anything, to get anywhere. And that is what these habits are about. That is why we do them in the morning, to set the whole day up right. So you know better when that fucking choice comes to smoke that joint, to take that hit, to do that line. You will fuck up though. You will fuck up. You will not get sober immediately due to this routine. It'll just help you see more. Like it did me, but even before I wanted to get sober, this was slowly but surely changing my brain. See, what we do defines us. And if we're doing good habits slowly but surely, we're going to become good. We're going to become a strong fucking man. Just imagine someone with horrible fucking habits. Do you imagine they're strong? Let's say they eat a bunch of biscuits and fucking shit and sugar. They smoke weed, they drink all the time, they sleep into 2 fucking o'clock. Does that sound like a strong man? No. What we do defines us, and there's no other way about it. You need to change your fucking habits if you're going to change your life. And that is why I'm preaching to everyone to get fucking sober, especially as a young man. If you're 40, 50, if you're a bit older and you've been doing this for a while, it doesn't mean it's too fucking late. There's an old Chinese saying, the best time to plant a tree was like 10 years ago. The second best time to plant it is now. So you do not worry if you're older and you haven't started yet. You might as well start now. Your life is just going to pass before you and you don't want to have to suffer for so long. This is a disease. People's lives are just vice-riddled now. And they call that life. They kill themselves and they call that living. People will poison themselves. They'll destroy their life. They'll escape from their life. And then they'll tell you, oh, come on, live a little. Live a little. No. If you've watched this far in the video, you know you're meant for more. You know you want more out of life. You know you deserve more out of life. We all fucking do. No one's supposed to live in that fucking just self-destruction lifestyle. If that is you, then you've been called here for a reason. I'm creating a course right now, doing a pre-sale. So I haven't fully finished this course, but when I fully finish it, I'm going to double the price. Basically, all this information, all the mistakes I made, I'm putting into this course. Simple way to get sober, but not only get sober, stay sober. Because so many people say, oh yeah, I'm going off the drink, I'm going off the drugs. But they don't stay off it. They don't stay off it, they relapse and they give up because they lack the right mindset, they lack the right tools. And even if you're just doing a little something on the weekend, you still need a change. You might not need my help if you're only doing it a little bit, but it's a lot easier to learn from someone else's mistakes. So if you're interested, check out the link in the description. I done it on my own. You can suffer through the pain. I mean, that's how we grow anyway. That's how we learn. It's through going painful times again and again and again. And just when it seems like we're about to fucking crack, the light comes, the light is shown, and our life is changed. Remember, you're better than that bag, you're better than that fucking bottle. Wise up.